you know, I know you can't name the team now, but is it likely that Hayden Ballantyne will play?
Yeah, we're really. Well, he's basically been cleared to play, so he'll train today. All his strength's fine, everything's fine. So, and he's desperate to play. And he's been cleared to play by the doctors, so he'll train, and then we're just going to make a decision. Is it the smart thing to do? So, but you know, we'd be fighting going upstream against the doctors, which we never do. So yeah, he should play, but it might come down to mine and the match committee's just gut feel. Is it the right thing, even though he's been cleared to play? You know, so which is a bit unusual, but I think we can all appreciate why. You know.
Will Aaron train today?
No, he's in today. He just gets it pushed back out, and you know, I think it's probably just local. They just go in, they just push it back out, and without being flippant about it, and then the work harness will get it back out, and he'll start working again tomorrow. So he's had a rough run, but he did play the 3 in a row, and I think it was, and built to good form, and you know, he'd done an enormous amount of work. It's not ideal, but he'll certainly play next week unless there's a soft tissue that would creep up on us.
So he'll have surgery today, or?
Yeah, it's just really minor. They just go in and just push out the slight depression, and that's all there is to it. Without being flippant about it, you know, we wouldn't want it to happen to any of us, but yeah, it's just part of the business.
Ross, I think you mentioned the other day he might wear some sort of guard.
Yeah.
Or are you joking?
Yeah, no, it's certainly. The clubs are really good, particularly the medical fraternity, about when you need some assistance and previous experiences. So there's been a couple of clubs that we've done this, and they send the headgear over and you sort it out, and it just adds that element of protection. That's our responsibility, not to be negligent and give him the best chance. So yeah, I would imagine he'll have some headgear. I haven't seen it, and you know, run down the race. You know, all players aren't thrilled with it, but I think we've all matured about it. Doesn't matter what you look like. It's, you know, it's about what's best for you. So probably.
Gary Gibbons and Clancy Pearce, how close are they?
Yeah, look, to be frank, Clancy had a one-day hiccup that forced him to miss this week rather than push him through. So he'll certainly, it's not ideal, but he'll play next week for sure. And then, and Garrick is being slower than what we'd like, so he's starting to get to the concerning stage, obviously, you know, which is disappointing for Garrick and us, just a niggling Achilles. So he'll be out there doing some work, and then he'll come in, but it's not getting over the hump, you know.
Have you been able to determine why that soreness has stayed?
I got no idea, to be honest. They just tell me he's still sore, you know, which is, I just get frustrated. But I feel for the player and the team. But we've covered a lot of losses this year, and we need to do it again.
So he won't play this week?
No chance, no.
Would it be a concern playing players in the week 1 of finals if they're not coming off sort of a strong block of training?
It would be if we picked them. We haven't picked them yet.
No, but he would be in your best.
Yeah, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. It's certainly a consideration, you know. It puts him under some pressure, you know. So everyone's going to get back and play. Clancy, you know, Luke, but you know, I heard the, you know, working through it, and you know, the media commentator. It's a good point. You can't go in with players that are underdone. But Garrick is a great athlete who's played nearly every game for 2 years. So Luke's the longest. Obviously, he'll be 8 weeks. That's a big call, but one, he's quite unique. Everyone else is back, so it's really just. You know, Matthew should get a 5-game run into it. It's pretty good. He'll be feeling like it's the start of the year. So, and Clancy will be fine. He will have played, and Aaron will have played. So it'll only really be at the minute Garrick.
How have you found Matthew's form? The goals are certainly starting.
Yeah, really solid. I think some good signs. Took a couple of really good contested marks last week. You know, kicked a number of goals, and he's got another 2 weeks. You know, another 8 quarters. If you come into a season, it tends to be, if I play 3, I'm really cherry ripe, ready to go for round 1, and there's no difference for Matthew. So he'll have basically 4 or 5 in a row, whatever it is, and you know, so he'll be in really good shape, barring hiccup.
His return been a big part of Hayden's form over the past sort of.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. No, I thought Hayden was in ripping form. We've adjusted Hayden's positioning. He's playing a bit higher. Not coming out of the goal square as much, so he's crumbing and playing to his strengths. That's what that's about.
In a way, having players ready to come back in the next few weeks, is that a good position to be in this weekend, because it keeps the heat on the guys who are out there?
Yeah, really good point. You know, pressure for spots. he's right up there and everyone knows it, and Cam Sutcliffe was really unfortunate to miss out the week before. We always pick a team based on the opposition, but there's some great competition for spots, and our young players have been terrific coming in, haven't they? Like Neil, Sutcliffe, Sheridan. They haven't been perfect, but they've really added a bit, you know, at times Hanneth and Taberner. So from match committee, it's a really good point. You need that pressure on for spots, no doubt.
Just back on Everton, how limited has he been in his training, and
Oh,
how
look.
long will he need to build himself up to?
I haven't got all the detail except to say he's in rehab. They're working pretty hard. Most players love to get out of rehab because they get flogged, and training's a little bit easier. So he's working really hard and giving himself the best chance. Other than that, I don't sit through their program too much.
And can you just talk about his influence this year?
Oh, he's been a good player for us. Been an important part of the back six. I think he's got a lot of public acknowledgement, and which is a credit to him because he's improved his football, and he's really important. But you've got to be good enough to have losses of personnel and cover them.
Port Adelaide are going to be super hungry this week. Is this the test you've sort of been needing for going into the finals?
Well, I'd be disappointed if they're hungry in us. That's the first thing, and that would surprise me. But they've certainly got a lot to play for, as have we, as it stands today. And you know, we acknowledge we've played some people on the bottom of the ladder the last 2 weeks, but we've been very professional in our approach. But this is a bigger challenge. They're really well drilled, really well coached. Their ball movements are strength. You know, they use it well. If you don't chase and you don't work, they embarrass you pretty quickly. So, yeah, they're a young, hungry group, hard-running team, best fourth quarter team in the competition, theoretically, and it's a big challenge for us.
How have you viewed their transformation overall, coming from where they were 12 months ago?
Well, it's a credit to Ken, isn't it? You know, he come out of a great program. He was a great player at Geelong, come out of a great program, you know, and they reflect a fair bit of Geelong in their ball use and how they structure up. And his leadership, I don't think you can underestimate the leadership going in a club that was down and out, really. Just highlights the pillars. You need a strong president, strong CEO and a strong senior coach and footy operations manager. And those pillars have come together to give that club strong leadership and direction, and all their players are bought in. So it's a significant achievement by Ken, no doubt.
Have you been able to address or put your finger on the 15-minute drop-offs that have occurred in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's human nature. It's hard to concentrate for more than 20 minutes, so you need some stimulus and some incentive to do that. So we've spoken about the challenge of those lapses can be really costly. It doesn't matter who you're playing, they were costly against GWS and Melbourne. So we have addressed them. We just spoke about, you know, trying to find the stimulus for you to continue to focus, and when you slip, concentrate, acknowledge that and try and, you know, get back in the zone to keep playing your role. So it's certainly been spoken about and addressed, yeah.
And
Thanks, Scott.